It's time to react to the top soccer headlines, and we have to start off with Nicolas Fulkrug. 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 The German striker. West Ham have signed 31-year German international Nicolas Fulkrug for around 27.5 million euros. He came in, he signed a 4-year contract, and West Ham, they actually tried to sign Fulkrug when he was at Werder Bremen, but the 31-year-old wanted to move to Borussia Dortmund instead, where he's had a decent campaign. He scored 15 goals in 43 matches for them. But now Fulkrug, now he's gonna be a Juventus player. Fulkrug, speaking about it, said, "I'm delighted to be here, and I can't wait to get out on the pitch with my new teammates. I think the Premier League is the best league in the world, and for me, it's the right time to move over to England and play for a big club like West Ham. I've been thinking about West Ham for a long time now. I know the technical director, Tim Steiden, very well because we have history at Werder Bremen together, and I've watched them some games and seen how much quality there is in the team. The chance to play under head coach Julian Lopetegui is also really exciting. His play style is important for me, and I'm confident that under him I'll be able to perform at my best and score lots of goals. I love being close to supporters, and I'm really looking forward to meeting the West Ham fans. I have a very good feeling at the moment. I'm strong, fit, and in shape, and I just want to get out there and start playing for them." This is gonna be they've had a huge summer. This is their fifth signing. They also were able to sign Max Kilman, Luis Guilherme, Wes Fotheringham, and Chrysnesio Somerville, the Leeds player, who's had a very good season. So, and there's also a lot of rumors that they're gonna be able to get Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and they're also in advanced talks to sign Guido Rodriguez, who's gonna be a free agent since he left Real Betis in the summer. But Fulkrug, he's a good player. I think he's gonna be a starter for West Ham. I think he's gonna immediately be their best number 9. He can score the goal. He's very direct. He can play with back to goal, get players involved in play. He's a very good player. He's an old school sort of number 9, and he's proven his what he's been able to do has proven that the number 9 still exists, and I really really like how he plays. I think he's gonna be a threat in set pieces. I think he's gonna be a handful for center backs. Those are the sort of players that center backs tend to not want to play. Because they can get on the end of things. They're very, very scrappy. And I think there's going to be a lot of moments late in games that he kind of saves West Ham because of his ability to just get on the end of crosses, to be at the right place at the right time, to tuck it into the back of the net. That's his sort of, style. And it's going to be fascinating. It's going to be really, really fascinating to see him in the Premier League. I think the Premier League fits him. We move on to the next sort of news. Tim Ream, he's going to move to Charlotte. That deal is in the final stages. Gallardo, he's going to return to River Plate. Marcelo Gallardo, he's gonna be returned to them. If you know Marcelo Gallardo, he's a brilliant Argentinian football manager. He was managing Al Ittihad this following season after having 8 successful years at River Plate. He's gonna go back to River Plate after just 1 season at Al Ittihad. I guess the bag wasn't enough. Simmons, he's going to be going back with Leipzig. amid interest from other clubs like Bayern. Bayern, they were hoping of signing Xavi Simons, but instead he's extended his loan at Leipzig for PSG. Um, it's going to be another loan deal, and the 21-year-old, he's going to complete a medical on Monday, and then he's going to train individually, and then he's going to join the rest of the team on Tuesday. But yeah, Bayern have been very, very interested for him, but I just think right now he wants to enjoy Xavi Simons, the good form he's in at Leipzig, and he wants to continue developing, continuing playing game in and game out. I think he goes to Bayern, and you know, I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a bench player or anything, but this is a team with a lot of attacking talent with Coman, Kuman, Sane, Kane, Michael Elise coming in. He's not gonna get the 35, 40 appearances, that he will get out of Leipzig, continuing to develop, continuing to, increase his value, continuing to become the player that his potential can lead him to become. So overall, I think it's a good decision by him. Champions League qualifying, Galatasaray will take on Young Boys in the playoffs to reach the Champions League. Galatasaray, there was drawn actually on Monday that they'll be playing against Young Boys, who are in the qualifying ground to move on. The Swiss League has actually already started. They've played 3 games, and Young Boys are actually last. Or they've played 3. Some teams have played 4 games. Or Young Boys and Servette has been the only 2 teams that played in 4 games. The rest of them have only played 3. And they find themselves last in that league with 1 win. 1 win and no, with 1 draw, no wins. With 1 draw and 3 losses, they only have 1 in 4 games. Only scoring 4 goals, conceding 11. Really, really poor form. And that's who Jose Mourinho and Galatasaray need to play to advance to the Champions League. This is going to be a new Champions League format with 36 teams. So that's also going to be very, very interesting to see how that pans out. Galatasaray, actually, they haven't had a good start to the season as well. They lost 5-0 on Saturday in their domestic Super Cup when they took on Besiktas. Galatasaray did. That's a really bad start. Losing to your rival 5-0 in the Super Cup. I didn't watch the game exactly, so I don't know exactly how it went. What happened exactly. The Super League is set to start for them in a few days now. So, yeah, we'll see. This is a Galatasaray last season that not Galatasaray. When I said Jose Mourinho, I made a mistake on that. I meant to say Galatasaray were drawn Monday against Young Boys, not Jose Mourinho. And Jose Mourinho's coaching Besiktas. I made a mistake on that. But Galatasaray, they drew. I was right about everything, but I mentioned Jose Mourinho's name. I got confused there. No, Jose Mourinho is the head coach of Fenerbahce. They actually took on FC Lugano from Switzerland in that in their tie to reach the Champions League, and they were able to get past them, beating them 2-1. They take on Partizan for a spot into the Champions League. They don't take on Partizan. They take on Lille to move on. So in the 3rd round of the Champions League. Well, Galatasaray, they take on Young Boys. Yeah, confusing there. That's very, very confusing. Clubs selling academy players are due to these new PSR rules that Mariska has talked about the profit and sustainability rules. That's also an interesting topic, and it's been a big topic recently. So there's going to be more. We're going to talk about that more later on. These new PSR rules, or these rules that are starting to become a little bit more, tough. Skamaka, he's had ACL surgery, and he's going to be out 6 months after suffering season-ending an ACL injury, the ACL rupture, the dreaded torn ACL, and it's a bad sign for him because what he needed was a consistent run of games to develop that consistency at Atlanta, but now it comes at the worst moment. So yeah, really bad news for him, and big rehab coming for Skamaka. That's the end of the show. Thank you guys for tuning in to the GSMC Soccer Podcast presented by the GSMC Sport Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to